Hey there, how are you doing? This is Kali from TechFanciers. From the title, you know that I have been using this Elixer OS 3.5, which is based on Android 13, currently running on Redmi Note 11. So I have been using this for quite some time. So in this video, we will see what are all the things it has and everything. First, start with the build details. This is the latest official Elixir OS 3.5 with the security patch of January 5th, 2023. The kernel here is 4.19.157 perf and the build date is January 13. So I have been using this for some 2 weeks or something. So there are few things which I really like about this one. We'll see all those things one by one. First and foremost, it's customization. There is a feature or there is an option in the setting called Essence. So you can relate Elixir and Essence. So the Essence has the lot of required customization along with some cool modification and animations in the top for one hand purposes. The one which I like the most is the theming feature and icon pack and the Wi-Fi and other toggling feature. Especially in the miscellaneous, you have the game space which you can use it to do some tweaking like enabling the high frame options or high performance mode or something. I have added the BGMI game. In regards with the gameplay, we will see it in the few minutes, but most of the thing is it is cool and the setting and everything is a little bit refurnished well, and overall thing is actually great. By default, this doesn't come with the Pixel launcher, so whatever settings I had in my previous Pixel launcher, usually when I transfer the data and all, it should come, but here it didn't come because it has the different launcher. That is great because we have a lot of some important options like icon pack and other stuffs to work with. I have run all the test cases, so we'll see one by one. First thing is I have run the 3D mark and the score that I got is 449 with the 2.70 FPS. Second thing is the battery backup. The battery backup wise, it is standing like 7 to 9 hours, which is like a typical other custom ROMs. Here you can see it that 56% battery use came with the 3 hours 59 minutes of battery per this one. Also the charging wise, it is same like every other custom ROM. It takes like 90 minutes or something to entirely charge. Here one of the cycles suggesting that from 27% to 81 54%, it took like 54 minutes, but that is not the case always. So 1.5 hours to 2 hours it takes, depends. So second thing is this important one, which is the DRM status. DRM status wise, it is L1 certified. You can watch the full HD content on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Next thing is the Geekbench. Geekbench score wise, we got the single core of 388 and the multi-core of 1645. Computational wise, we got the Vulkan score of 554, which and all somewhat decent, I would say. The next thing that I want to touch upon is on the stress test, which I have run it twice. First time it got really worst. It stayed like 77% at maximum. Sorry, it stayed like 62% at maximum all the time. So which was really bad. Right after like some 7 to 8 minutes, in that between the test is straight 15 minutes. So in that 7 or 8 minutes, it had some heavy CPU throttling. It just reducing it from some 90, 80 above, 85 above score to suddenly to somewhat like 60 or near to that 60%. I was suspicious whether any background is going or not, that I was not sure. So I turned off network and other things, restarted the device, closed all the apps, and I have run again. So this time also we got like 77%. I would say some other ROMs has given some good amount of throttling for the straight 15 minutes, but this score is a little bit low. We have 77. Right after here you can see, right after that 7 to 8 minutes period, it suddenly had some decline. I think maybe due to some other deep sleep feature or something it is happening, I don't know. But there is one thing which clearly clearly have suggested that there is some issue with this one. I was playing BGMI. So BGMI wise, we have different varieties of option to scale the graphics, starting from smooth to UHD, Ultra HD, but here we support only smooth and HD, sorry, smooth and balance below 2.1. But the thing is, that is fine. In the smooth graphics we have in the miscellaneous we have option to enable 90 fps, so I have enabled 90 fps. The fps stayed like 50 to 70 in that middle range, so you can easily play in the smooth graphics with 90 fps option. You will always stays in how would you say, 60 fps all the time, most of the time. Sometimes there will be glitches, suddenly it goes from 60 to 0 and then goes up, but that is fine. But the problem when it happened is, when I switched to balance, I got only two graphics option. One is low and then the medium. I have set it in medium, but in the medium the frame is like 18 to 22%, 22 fps, which is quietly not playable with this particular setting. Even in the balanced and medium, this one is not doing any great. So there is something wrong with the kernel. So I was going through the Redmi Note 11 channel in the Telegram, and there is some post which suggested the same thing. So I will just read it out. Due to some ROM started using the pre-built kernel of MIUI 13 and Android 12, some games started lagging, which we have faced. Also the system UI having same problem. Yes, even I had the same problem whenever I am listening to music and making some payments through camera, GPay, scanning the QR code, it suddenly glitches. It will tell system not responding or something. So that issue even I faced it quite some time. Even forcing users to restart their device, it happened. This problem also includes the stock MIUI and only affects those who have 4GB variant. Of course it is 4GB variant. Okay, the rest of the things are just Android 11 kernel started having some good improvement. They are proving it, and whatever coming the builds will have this Android 11's kernel. So mostly this issue whichever I am facing here will be fixed in 3.6 or something, but it is not fully noticeable. Most of the cases when you especially play the graphical intense thing, you are watching a video or listening to music or something else, it doesn't make any issue so far. Also I have tested the Wi-Fi calling. Wi-Fi calling I have enabled, there is an option, but I am unable to see the icon when I am making the call. That's what about pretty much it covers. SafetyNet works fine, and you have Google camera to API enabled by default. You can use Gcam. Am I suggesting it? Well, it is not only with this kernel. Basically all Android or latest MIUI kernel has this issue. So if you are using some other ROM, that may also have this issue. So there isn't nothing to complain about the ROM. I actually liked the experience with the newer look, with the most customization, and especially this clear, cool boot animation, which has extraordinary 2D plus 3D combined design. I really liked it. So yeah, that's pretty much about this Elixir 3.5. So yeah, thanks for watching. Kote Mato.